This video will contain spoilers for Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I've heard many times when discussing Naruto that Naruto should have ended after the Pain arc. Now, this isn't a unanimous opinion. A lot of people love the stuff that comes after, including myself. I'm a big fan of Madara and Obito especially, and there are many memorable battles that come after that point, especially My Guy versus Madara. I couldn't imagine the series today without that fight. With that said though, despite loving and having fond memories of many parts of the series, I do believe that the Pain arc is where Naruto as a series peaks. Obviously, Naruto goes on to become Hokage and the most important factor in saving the world during the Fourth Shinobi World War. But the Pain arc in many ways is the culmination of this journey of acceptance that we've been on with Naruto. We were with him when he was swinging by himself to sadness and sorrow. Now we're watching his village and everyone he knows desperately need him against the most formidable foe the series has seen to this point. After so many episodes and arcs of Naruto progressing by building bonds, getting stronger, and relying on others when he needs to, now everyone he cherishes is relying on him. And while he is achieving this childhood dream of acceptance and admiration, he's doing it for the right reasons now. He wants to save his village because of the bonds he's made and morals he's developed, not just because he wants to be noticed. As a longtime fan of the series, it was very emotional for me when Sakura called out for Naruto, and of course when Hinata fully intended on sacrificing her life to protect him. I think with these moments, they hit so hard for many of us fans, because we've been on this journey with Naruto, and to see him in the positive light that he deserves to be seen at this point, it's amazing. Seeing these characters rely on him and stick out his neck for him, it feels so earned and just so good. The acknowledgement of Naruto peaks here when Naruto smashes a Pain in one attack, and Tsunade sees silhouettes of Minato and Jiraiya behind him. Naruto in this moment lives up to his late father and his master. The show couldn't have done a better job of conveying this to us. It could have been said in words, but instead they showed us a shot like that, through the eyes of a character who knows all three characters very well. This scene gave me goosebumps the first time I saw it. Now, I've spent this entire video discussing Naruto and how we get all these payoffs with his character during this arc. Another theme that's absolutely nailed here is the cruelty of the ninja world in this series. That's conveyed very well through the character of Pain. The concept of ninjas that could have been good, but they end up being bad due to their circumstances is very prevalent in the series. We see it early on with Haku, we see it later on in the series with Obito. Pain is in many ways the most deliberate and well-executed version of this. We're introduced to Pain as the leader of the Akatsuki, the main villain group of the series. He's a very mysterious figure that we don't know too much about until this arc. We actually get strong background and clues about Pain in episode 128, when the series shows us Jiraiya helping and being the sensei to 3 orphans during the Second Shinobi World War. Obviously, with this episode being shown right before Jiraiya's fight with Pain, it's pretty clear to us viewers that these 3 are in some way behind Pain, especially with the character Yahiko resembling the main Pain body. The character Nagato Uzumaki is introduced to us as an orphan child who wants to protect his friends, a student of Jiraiya. If you hadn't watched the series to this point, you would think that the character I just described to you would be a potential hero. However, due to the cruelty of the ninja world, he becomes the series' biggest villain to this point. He becomes Pain. The death of Jiraiya at his hands is arguably the most emotional moment in the series. One of the biggest fan favorites killed at the hands of a former student who was pushed to his current actions and worldview by the world around him. Jiraiya's final words are that the sequel to his tale will be the tale of Naruto Uzumaki. It's such a hard-hitting line that left us sad but hopeful. If anyone can defeat and knock some sense into this evil parallel to Naruto, it's Naruto. One thing about this arc that may deduct points for many is the lack of Sasuke. I feel that this is done well though, because at this point in the series, Kishimoto's strategy seemed to be giving Naruto and Sasuke back and forth accomplishments to build up the hype of when they meet again. Naruto defeated Kakuzu, Sasuke defeated Deidara, Naruto's taking on Pain, and Sasuke is about to invade the Kage Summit. So while this arc does have the absence of its biggest character besides Naruto, it fits well with the current dynamic that they have going on. So we've discussed the parallels of Naruto and Pain, and how this arc is the culmination of Naruto's Day 1 aspirations. One of the things I've addressed is that this is the point in the series where Naruto is the one everyone has to rely on, and he doesn't have a much stronger character to fall back on. This is actually not entirely true. One of the strongest points in this arc comes in the climax of the fight versus Pain, when Naruto is willing to give in to the Nine Tails completely in desperation. In this moment, he's saved by the man who sacrificed everything for him in the village, his father Minato. Minato worked his spirit into the seal as a last line of defense against Naruto unlocking the full Nine Tails. What's so powerful about this moment is this allows Naruto to not only realize who his father is and meet him, but to rant to him about all the BS he's had to deal with. Minato did what had to be done to protect the village. In many ways, though, this was at the expense of his own son's quality of life. Giving Naruto this opportunity to rant and then hear that his father is proud of him is really the cherry on top to Naruto's character arc as a whole. Naruto is not this perfect character. All these things he has to deal with weigh on him heavily. He does it though because of how much he values the people around him. He started as an attention seeker that just wanted everyone to love him, but he ended up being the character that loves everyone around him dearly, enough to gain the strength and mental fortitude to protect them. This is acknowledged by Nagato when he confronts him in his hideout, and then by the entire village when Kakashi carries their hero to him. This, to me, is why this arc is the peak of the series. Thank you for watching.
3代目4代目今目の前に英雄がいます。